What? No sword again? Classic better be here soon. Classic? You mean Classic WoW? Dude, everybody knows vanilla was only good because of nostalgia, okay? You have to take off those rose-tinted goggles, okay? You have to open up your mind and be objective, okay? Like, seriously, dude, you should watch Ricky and Morty. It'll make you realize how dumb and pathetic vanilla WoW actually was. Hey, what's up guys? It's Tip. If you've been following the vanilla WoW movement for some time, then I'm sure you've probably heard this phrase thrown your way once or twice. You don't want vanilla, man, okay? It's just nostalgia. Well, you got me, internet stranger. If only I knew myself as well as you know me. But in all seriousness, attributing vanilla WoW advocacy to nostalgia is as fallacious as it is ignorant. And not because I say so, but because every molecule of publicly available data suggests it. And seeing as Classic WoW has finally been announced, I figured it would be time to deconstruct the "it's just nostalgia" argument once and for all. We begin our story at BlizzCon 2013. During the convention's World of Warcraft Q&A panel, an awkward interaction took place between a random BlizzCon attendee and World of Warcraft executive producer J. Allen Brack. In this small yet significant exchange, J. Allen Brack publicly rejects the idea of legacy realms, citing the same erroneous talking point that we see online today.
You think you do, but you don't.
What Jay didn't realize, however, was that thousands of players worldwide were already playing on legacy servers, and just 18 months later, those thousands would become hundreds of thousands. On February 28, 2015, the emulation project known as Nostalrius Begins launched to the public. The private server was met with immediate success as disenfranchised WoW players reveled in the server's Blizz-like approach to content progression. In just a few short months, Nostalrius reached over 10,000 concurrent players, catapulting the server's success and cementing the project's status within the WoW community. But it wasn't until the server shut down that the gaming community actually understood how big Nostalrius, and consequently the demand for vanilla servers, actually was. After the Nostalrius shutdown on April 10, 2016, a series of fortuitous events concluded with the release of the Nostalrius Postmortem, an 81-page analysis of the Nost project. This document details the project's conception, operation, execution, but more importantly for us, it provides a comprehensive breakdown of user activity. The results are absolutely mind-blowing. The Nostalrius Postmortem includes a plethora of shocking revelations, perhaps none more so than the revelation on page 13. Over a year after launch, the server was still growing. Even more intriguing was the pattern of the server's growth, which seemed to parallel the original growth pattern of retail vanilla, an explosive debut followed by a slow yet steady uptick. And this trend was not an isolated incident. A similar growth pattern occurred on the to-be-released PvE server, validating the notion that the growth was no fluke. This is absolutely insane, and is arguably the biggest blow to the "it's just nostalgia" argument. Okay, maybe not the biggest. Upon further examination of the postmortem, we learned that over 800,000 accounts had been created on the Nostalrius servers, with 220,000 of those accounts active each month. Per a supplemental infographic released by the Nost team post-shutdown, over 150,000 players were active prior to April 2016. To put that figure into context, Black Desert Online, one of the newer MMOs of this generation, fosters a similar active player base. Could these crazy figures really be the product of fleeting nostalgia? I don't think so, and the data seems to agree. Prior to the shutdown, the Nostalrius team, led by Damon and Viper, conducted a large-scale survey of the active player base. The survey polled players on a variety of different topics ranging from demographics to gameplay preferences. Over 27,000 responses were recorded in the survey, with two results in particular standing out to me. Number 1, the age distribution of the responders, and number 2, player expansion experience. Based on the recorded age demographics, we see that close to 1/3 of the Nostalrius population was between the age of 15 to 20. How could these players, who were between 3 to 7 years old in 2004, foster nostalgic feelings towards vanilla if they were too young to even try it? Additionally, how could players who began their WoW journey in the Burning Crusade or later feel nostalgic towards a version of WoW they never touched? Yep, they can't. Is it just me, or is the nostalgia argument starting to sound a little ridiculous? But I'm sure there are still some doubters out there who aren't comfortable with me drawing conclusions based on a single source, so let's continue. On July 3rd, 2016, dkpminus.com published an estimate of private server user activity. The link is in the description below for those interested in their approach. But in quick summary, the website estimates that over 1.3 million players were playing on private servers at the time. I want to point out that this study was conducted close to 2 years ago now, long before the Nostalrius Hydra servers emerged. By all reasonable conclusions, this number is probably much higher today. If you disagree, I'd like to turn your attention to another, albeit less official survey conducted by Adunai last April. After briefly visiting a number of prominent private servers and recording their concurrent population, Adunai posted his findings to the WoW servers subreddit. His figure? 100,000 concurrent players. 100,000 concurrent? That's insane! To put that figure into context, according to recent estimates, The Elder Scrolls Online has around 60,000 concurrent players, and that's widely considered to be a generous figure. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, World of Warcraft Legacy Realms are more popular than most AAA MMOs. But why? How? What makes the original versions of WoW so appealing? That's a huge question that can't be answered in one video, but if you're interested in learning more about what made Vanilla WoW so great, you can check out my Why It Was Great series. I'll leave a link in the description below. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Based on the evidence you've just seen, the desire to re-experience vanilla World of Warcraft is not some fleeting emotion. While nostalgic feelings towards vanilla undoubtedly exist in the hearts of many former players, it can only serve as a draw to the game, and it fades away quickly. Nostalgia doesn't last for over a year. No. The desire to play World of Warcraft vanilla stems from something much deeper. It stems from its core design principles, which harken back to earlier RPGs. It stems from community, an old relic of WoW's past, and it stems from a strong sense of progression, a concept that has defined the RPG genre for decades. Simply put, vanilla World of Warcraft is a timeless classic that can be enjoyed by any and all age groups, genders, and player types. Like the great games of chess and Tetris, it will always endure and always leave you hungry for more. So the next time someone tells you it's just nostalgia, send them this video. Hopefully, we'll see them in game come classic launch. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you liked what you saw, sub it up and stick around because we got more coming. A special thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. Honestly, you guys are the best. If you have any questions about the video or anything else Classic WoW related, feel free to hit me up on Discord. The link is in the description. And for more Classic WoW content, news, and updates, you can follow me on Twitter as well. Have a wonderful day, fellas. And as always, tips out, baby.